Yo, welcome back guys. Sorry I did not post for the past few days. I'm not gonna lie, I set myself a high challenge of posting every day, and when I got to it I just thought, wow, I cannot do this, and other stuff came up so it didn't happen. So apologies, I'm gonna try my best to just upload as much as possible. But anyway, carrying on with the Q&A, I asked you guys some questions on Instagram and Facebook, so by all means let's get started. So what is your most successful day in your life? Most successful day of my life is this bad boy right here. The 2012 BMX World Championships in England, Birmingham. My only world title, and that was a very good day. What is your max unloaded pedal cadence? I think I've only done this once, but I think it's like 260 or 270. I know it was at the time, a few years ago, it was the lowest out of the GB boys. It wasn't that good, so. What bar size do you ride? So I run a tangent handlebars, and I think these are a 9-inch rise. I'm not sure the width. I flip my stem upside down, so it's a bit lower. So I'm gonna go back to riding 8-inch when I can ride again, or when we can all ride again. Gear preference for indoor trackside Manchester, I ride 44/16 and with a slightly bigger back tire and 180 cranks. And then on outdoor supercross tracks it's 47/17 with this, everything else the same. Maybe 45, but usually 47/17. Do you ride a 23-inch frame? Yes I do. Pure is I think the only guys who make a 23-inch top tube frame, and my one has got a specially long back end as well, which was made for me. Are you the tallest on Team GB? Yes I am. Kai is almost there, he's 6'2", I'm 6'3", or 191 centimeters. How many more years do you think you'll be racing for? That's a good question. I'd like to go, wait, how old am I? I'm 23, turning 24. So if I go to Paris Olympics, I'll be 27, turning 28 that year. If it's successful, maybe call it a day there, or carry on for another year. But I'm not sure, maybe before, around 28, I'm not sure. And if I stay healthy, because I'm pretty beat up, so if I get a few good titles, I might just call it a day there just to survive, so I'm, nothing bad happens, touch wood. What's your 2021 goals, seeing as 2020 is pretty much cancelled? 2021 goals is obviously now the Olympics are next summer, so I'm going to be gearing up to that again, because my Olympic dream this year was pretty much finished as soon as I dislocated my shoulder. But I know it's not great with everything going on with COVID-19, but it's a bit of a blessing in disguise for myself and probably for many other athletes who are given a second chance. So obviously my dream goal is to medal at the Olympics and medal at the World Championships and just be consistently successful. How was shoulder surgery? It went well, but it was disgusting, and I'm going to save that little story for another video. Favourite food on race day? I don't really eat full meals because when I get that heavy feeling in my stomach, it's not good before a race. So I usually eat like pastas and rice or something like that, but I usually snack a lot on like energy bars that British Cycling provides, which is SIS. Do you need stabilizers? May can help you stay up. Rich, I probably do, because I crash one too many times. What's your favourite track in the world and why? It is this track in France, because there was so many options to do and it was just endless, and I just felt like a kid again riding there, and that was probably the most fun I've had on my bike in years. Will the delay with the Olympics help with your preparation? Yes, it certainly will. What are your 3 favourite moments since you started BMX racing? Well, obviously winning the World Championships, making my first World Cup final in Papendal, making another World Cup final in Argentina last year. What made you love BMX? Well, simply because it's fun, it's exciting, get a big adrenaline rush when you're like jumping and trying stuff for the first time, and then the nerves you get while you're racing or before a race, and then after you're successful in a race, or even when you like improving every so often, every week, and loads of stuff. I like pushing myself and challenging myself. If you were not riding a pure frame, what would you ride? I have no idea, because I don't know any other bike out there that would facilitate my needs, because I'm tall. What do you do to prepare for racing in the week before? So on the week, I usually still have a gym or track session, so it's 2 sessions there, maybe one, maybe another, so 3 sessions in the week of the race. The week before, the week's normal, but so the week starts off normal, like still training hard, and then by the end of the week, it's like in the gym, I'm doing less sets, less reps, still sticking with heavy weights. And then on the bike, it's like fresher stuff, like maybe just going over some start technique and doing all the fine tuning just so you're ready. Am I going to the Olympics? As of now, no one's going to the Olympics. What's it like training with Team GB? Well, we're all friends, we all get along really well, and like for say like Trey and Kai, who I've grown up with and I've known since I was 10, so over 13 years, they're some of my best friends, so it's good. We do as a team get along very well and push each other. There is a lot of arguments as well, but we all get along well, and in training, if one of us does something good, like we're there to like boost them up, say, oh, well done, and if someone does something bad, we have a laugh about it. We're not taking it too seriously. Some days we like getting on each other's nerves and winding people up, getting in their heads on the gate. That's mostly Kai, but it's a very good team environment, and I wouldn't change it. What is your favourite hairstyle and why? Well, as you can see, I've not been to the barbers in a while because lockdown is techie. So I just like getting a 3-in-1 fade, and that's it. I don't really do anything else. What are your top 3 best races you've had? Paris 2018, because my form there was, I just felt like another ride. I didn't know where that speed came from. World Championships 2012 and Argentina last year as well. I like that one. How many years have I been racing for? 14 this September. Top 3 tracks. The one in south of France, another one in south of France, and Papendal, but I've not rode the new Papendal yet, but the old Papendal. What's the key for a whole shot? Good timing out the gate, good form, being aggressive, being nice and efficient and smooth down the whole first straight, and you gotta be fast. When did you get sponsored by Pure? 2016 I officially started riding with Pure, but 2015 season I started riding on a Pure frame, but just for another team. What do you think to the Olympics being moved, and will you be defending your British title? To the Olympics being moved, I think it needed to be done. Every other major sporting event was being postponed and delayed till next year, so it was only right for the Olympics to happen as well, and that works in my benefit from being injured, so I've got a whole another year now or more to train for it. And will I be defending my British title? If there's a race this year, I will try and do so. What's your best ever crash? Well, my most spectacular crash is this one. And my funniest crash is this one. What's your favourite supercross track? Papendal, no, Paris. Mixture between the two. Your ideal World Cup season track-wise? Paris, Papendal. I do like Rock Hill. I do like Argentina, but the travel getting there is long. But maybe like a Sweden or something. I did like that supercross track. It would be good to go somewhere a bit different again. What's the biggest highlight of your career? For the 3rd and millionth time, winning the World Championships. When I was 16. I was 16. Can Starboy come back? Right, funny story about this. So I went to my barber, I trust him, and he's like, oh Quillen, I think I could do something in your hair, I'll make you look pretty good. I'm like, his name's Steven. I'm like, Steven, do whatever you want to do. And then, like, you know when you're not even facing the mirror and you just feel your barber doing like loads of stuff in the back of your head. I'm like, in my head, what is he doing? And he's like, he's done. I'm like, oh. And then I felt him doing a line like back there, and I was like, oh no, it was too late now. He had to finish it, otherwise it would have looked mad. So I was like, oh no. And then when he showed me, and he put the mirror at the back of my head, and I seen, and I had a star there, and I couldn't do anything but laugh, and I was just like, wow. So that was where my nickname Starboy came from. Who was your first sponsor and how tall are you? I'm 6'3", 191 centimeters, and my first sponsor was actually Dow Bikes back in the beginning of the 2009 season. And that was my only ever sponsor really. I've really had Dow Bikes, which then transferred over to FTB, Factory Team Bikes, and then it went to Pure. So I really had 2 sponsors, and the year before I'd won when I was 11-12s, I won the British and national title. So Mike Wong from Dow picked me up then, and yeah, he was a really nice guy, very genuine, and helped me out a lot in the early days of my career. New Manchester or old Manchester? Now, I did like the old Manchester just because it was a challenge, and you knew when you was riding that track well, you was riding your bike very well, because it's so challenging to do. So that's why I like that, but I didn't like the fact that every session, like, you had to be so switched on, and you couldn't really have fun. You was just doing the basic lines every time. But this Manchester, it's nice to the fact that we can just get on it. You can do everything first lap, and you can still have a bit of fun, and it's a lot faster. So New Manchester. Dream car, Lamborghini Huracan. When did I start racing? When I was 9 years old, so in 2005. I started at the end of 2005. My first race season was 2006. What made you start BMX? So, funny enough, my older brother Taro, he used to do gymnastics in school, and so I naturally followed suit, as wanted to do anything my older brother did. And he went to an after-school club in Brixton, Brockwell Park in South London, and it was right below, like 200 meters below where the BMX track was. And one day we just happened to stumble across the BMX track by just exploring the park, and we seen a couple of bikes on it, so we thought, oh, let me go back there. And I brought my mountain bike back there a couple of times, and I remember that was a proper old school track where it only had like a 60-meter sprint and then one roller, like flat berms. And I went there, took off on my mountain bike, and got my front wheel like this high off the ground, and I thought, wow, I want to do that. So I went back a few more times, and then seen there was a club there, and seen there was all balanced in the gate, and I thought that was unreal. So eventually, after a month of going back there every weekend, my mum let me join the club, and very hesitantly, because she's seen it was dangerous, but nonetheless we joined, and yeah, never looked back. What training are you still able to do in isolation? I'm gonna make another video on this at the minute, but at the minute, because I can't even ride my BMX, so I can't even do sprints, but I've got a watt bike in my garage, so I'm doing sprints on that, and I've got some gym equipment that I'm able to do some lifts with as well. But I'm gonna make another video for you guys of what type of training you can do while in isolation. Plans after BMX, after gold medal, of course. Thanks for the backing, Ryan. I don't know, like, I think about this a lot, like maybe I could be a coach, or I don't know, I'd like to stay in the sport somehow for a bit, but I'm not too sure. That's been on my mind quite a bit this year, I think, what I'd like to do. So I don't know, just something that I'm passionate about and I can enjoy, really. From Holly, 4 years old, wants to know why you are using her race number. Cute. Could you explain what life as a professional athlete is like, and what are your plans when you retire? Again, don't know about when I retire, we'll see. I've got some more thinking and working out to do, but life as a professional athlete, it's nice. You wake up, you eat your breakfast, you go train, you have lunch, you go train again, you come back, you cook, you rest, you chill, and you repeat. That's what it's basically like. You do have your hard times where, like, but it's like anyone, I guess. You have your bad days where things ain't going well in training, or whether it's work as well, and you're just in a bit of a huff about it. And then you have your times where you're in a bit of a rut, where you don't feel like you're improving, so you've plateaued, so you just need to change things up. And then obviously you have your times where you're going really well and you're just kind of riding the wave. So that's how it is, but I wouldn't change it. I'm very fortunate to live this life. What's your favourite UK BMX track? It used to be Gravesend Cycler Park, but I've not been there in quite a while, so I think it would be a bit too small for me now. Other than that, I'm not too sure. What's your least favourite track in the UK? I don't know. I never really hate tracks or my least favourite tracks because I always find something to do out of them, so I won't answer that one because I don't have an answer to it. How's the lockdown affecting training routines and race plans? Well, obviously all the races are cancelled, so that's that, and training, I'm kind of doing the same stuff I do anyway, even there wasn't a lockdown because I can't ride my BMX because of my shoulder. Maggie said, if you didn't race BMX, would you ride other sort of bikes like mountain or park? Probably not. Where does your incredible drive and dog persistence to bounce back after serious injuries come from? Well, maybe I'll do another video on this about crashing and stuff. But I won't lie, after my first major one, when I broke my ankles and wrist in one, that was crazy, like mentally challenging to come back to. But after that, I've just found it easier and easier to come back and just go, right, this is what I need to do to fix it, this is what I need to do to get back to where I was, fix a plan with a coach and support staff, and off I go. So I'm in a very fortunate position where I have British Cycling looking after me, so it makes my job a lot easier, and if I was by myself, I'm sure I'd find it 10 times harder. How's the recovery going? It's going very well. I'll do another video on that. Right, and now to finish off with, Rich Eames' BMX commentators asked some funny questions, so I thought I could finish off with that. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? One horse-sized duck. Alright then, WWE King of the Ring with all the GB lads involved. Who goes over the ropes first? Who cries like a baby? Who wears a mask and gives himself a ridiculous nickname? And what is the ridiculous nickname? Right. Kai is going over the ring first because, right, let me break it down first. We all say that after the Olympics we want to get in a boxing ring, put some head mask on, headgear on, boxing gloves, and then like actually properly go at it and fight each other, because we all give each other so much crap all the time of who can beat each other up. And everyone says I'm soft because I don't fight. Like, I'm not aggressive. I like to say I'm quite calm, but I'm a big guy. I'm bigger than them. I'm stronger than them, and they think I'm weak. Well, it's mostly Kai. So I just want to beat up Kai and throw him over the rope. So he's going over first. Who cries like a baby? Kai. He's gonna cry like a baby. And who wears a mask? And Ross. What's the ridiculous nickname? I don't know, I can't think of the spot like that, but it'll be Ross. Most hated part of training, what was the last person to puke while doing it? I think it was either Paddy or Ryan Martin to puke, and it was when we was doing our extended laps. And that is probably the most hated part of training, when we have to do extended laps. You are 5th place in the world's semi. One of your teammates is 4th. The only way to pass is to stick an elbow in and pimp him over the corner. Would you do it? 100%. I'd apologise after, but I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I tried to do it in a quarter actually with Kai in Latvia. It did not work. I probably should have stuck him over the corner, so it did, because I passed him into 4th place when I was in 5th, and he passed me straight back at the line. You're offered £1 million to quit BMX for a year and ride velo on the condition you race in a pink kit with flowers and legally change your name to Julie forever. Forever? Nah. Never. If it was without changing my name at all, I would do it for £1 million. You'd be stupid not to, but change my name to Julie forever? Nah. If you had to do a reality TV show and had a choice between I'm a Celebrity and Dancing on Ice and Strictly, which would it be and why? I'm a Celeb. I've always said I want to go on I'm a Celeb, and I'd be so bad at it because I'm so scared of spiders and creepy crawlies. So, but I'd like to do it. It would be fun. It'll be fun. It's just one of them things. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll do my best to upload some more videos and more useful videos of what you guys can take from about training while in isolation. And yeah, I've got some other crash reviews and stuff coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace!